Well, hello and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm out on the kayak for the first time this year. I wanted to go out this morning over high water, but I decided to wait a little bit, wait till the tides drop in, and I've come out to do some fishing over the next sort of 2 hours or so. Now I've got two lure rods with me today. I've got two 7-foot spinning rods. One's got a bass lure tied to it already, and the other one has got a Texas rig. So I'm going to be just motoring around this bay here and searching for absolutely anything. As far as the bass goes, it's been pretty tough lately. I've really not done much bass fishing whatsoever, but I'm going to flick a few lures today and see if we can find anything. And like I said, I've also got some Texas rigs, so we'll be trying to hunt out a wrasse as well. So as you can see, I've literally just launched not too long ago. Just had a gentle paddle out here. Like to get a little grip of the conditions. It's a beautiful sunny day today, pretty calm. There is a little bit of swell rolling in here, so it could be quite choppy further out. So I'm planning to do most of my fishing with inside the bay, looking for features. I don't have any fish finders or anything like that. No electronics or navigation or anything, so it's all just by eye. Looking for rough ground for the wrasse over little reefs and sort of little inshore gullies, and a bit of tidal run for the bass. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep paddling. There is a bit of reef right next to me here, so I might just flick a few lures down there and try and see if I can find a rocky. So I'll try and do my best with the filming today. I've got two camera mounts here, but yeah, like I said, I've only been out on this kayak. I went out 3 times at the back end of summer last year. The first time was just a little cruise about, and I actually hooked into a really nice bass, which I ended up losing. And then I went out 2 other times just for an hour or so, just to get a feel of things, but still haven't caught any fish on it. Anyway, the rod I'm using for the wrasse today is a Savage Gear SGS2 15 to 45 gram. It's a 7-foot lure rod, and on there I've just got a Shimano Sahara 4000 15-pound braid and 2 or 3 feet of fluorocarbon leader for the Texas rig with a 9-gram little bullet weight. So I'm just going to flick this about. I'm over rough ground right now. There's a bobber right in front of me, which I've just got to be aware of. But yeah, just going to flick this lure out and we'll see if we can find a rocky. It's just about finding out which way I'm drifting. You get some strong currents around here, and it is spring tides at the moment, so it's running pretty fast. We're probably just over halfway of the ebb. With any luck, we'll find a fish today. I've actually not done a lot of fishing lately. Oh, there's a bite, and there's it's off. There was a wrasse first cast there. Must have not been that big. My lure's still intact, yes it is. That would be a good start. But I just had to move out of the way then, because someone came Mach 10 past on their boat. I was right side on to the wake of it. So we nearly had a fish first cast. Let's hope we can get that first fish on the kayak today. Trying to work out the drift really at the moment. I'm drifting basically from that direction that way, so what I'm going to do is paddle a bit further this side, and then I'm hopefully, there's a reef to my right hand side, then it breaks out into sand and then it hits reef again, so I'm hopefully just going to drift all the way along that. There's quite a few bobbers around here, obviously the boat moorings. So every now and then you just got to move out of the way of them. But it's a lovely day. The swell's dropped the last few days. We've had a big swell lately. So he's waiting until the end of the week to get out. Just head a bit further this direction. And I should hopefully be in about the right spot. Now I will say I'm a complete and utter amateur when it comes to kayak fishing. As I said earlier, I only bought it last year, been out on it 3 times. So yeah, this summer's just going to be about finding my feet with it really. I do intend to do some bait fishing off it as well, but I'm probably going to wait until I'm a bit more confident on the kayak at first before I decide to do that. So for now it's just lures. Well, I'm just going to throw a lure out because God knows which way I'm drifting now. The tide's seriously moving though. So I'm heading over to another patch of reef now. I only got told about this morning. Guy I know, Lurefishing UK, he is on Instagram. Great bass angler over here. But he informed me about this little patch of reef. Told me to give it a go. So we're going to go have a look there. Hopefully find a big wrasse. I just got to kind of guess where it is. But should be easy enough. Paddling over sand at the moment. I think it's the next patch of rough ground right in front of me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paddle just over it because hopefully the tide should push me all the way back along it. Come on, let's find them fish. While trying to figure out the drift is a nightmare. It's not as simple as I'm just drifting that way. I'm obviously being taken out by the tide as well. So I literally just stopped paddling right on the reef here, put the paddle away, got the rod out, and by then I was way off it. So I've come right down now. I should drift diagonally over it, I think. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Trial and error. Oh, there's a tap. Drop it down. Well, we had a nibble. Just drifting so fast. That tide is still absolutely ripping. Really need the tide to slacken off a little bit to be targeting the wrasse really. Ideally you probably want to be anchored, but I'm not going to anchor up today. I've had a couple of taps so far, but only small fish. So I haven't managed to hook up. Just drifting off some rough ground now. Just moving so fast at the moment. Oh yes, there's a wrasse. There we go. Don't think I'll need the net for that one. There we have our first wrasse, finally. Well, there we have it. First fish on the kayak. Little ballan wrasse there. Taking on just a little paddle tail lure. Alright mate, he's gonna spike me. Let's get that hook out. So that's the first fish on the kayak. Happy days, only a small one, but we'll take that. Let's get him back. And off he goes. Well, what can I say? The tide has been ripping through. It's been absolutely tearing. It has slackened off a little bit now, and it should do. It should slacken off because we're coming up to sort of the last, I think, hour and a half to low water. But I'm going to get myself sorted, go back up, and drift that same area again. I've had a fair few hits around here, so there's definitely fish about. They're just very small like that, so just got to really let them take the lure before you strike properly. Now, if I can get the drift right, there's actually two areas of rough ground here, which I'm getting hits on both areas. So if I get the drift right, I can drift over the first bit of area there, then it breaks out into sand, and there's a rock just behind me. But hopefully I'll just go in a straight line right through it. But it's so hard to predict the actual drift. Now, I don't really think I'm gonna even bother with the bass, because I'm really not hopeful on a day like this. I reckon if you went further out, there's a big reef, which if you went and found certain, if you went and found the areas of a lot of tide flow there, I'm sure you'd find a few, but I don't really fancy heading all the way out there. The tide is definitely slackened off now. As you can tell, there's a lot less ripple, a lot less movement, which is good. Now it's ideal wrasse fishing. Fish on. Well, there we go, wrasse number 2. Just over another little patch of reef there. Let's get him back. Off you go, buddy. So now that tide's slackened right off, I'm actually able to fish a lot better. So I found a patch of reef here. Just seen a message from Gavin, the same guy I was saying about before. He's told me about another little area. But within literally 1 minute, it's gone from flat calm. It's still calm, but that breeze has picked up a little bit. The sea was like a mirror a second ago. So calm, I could see straight to the bottom. That wind has just picked up, hence why the ripple on the water. So it's probably going to blow me a bit faster this time. I'm going to head over this direction, and I should drift back that way. So all I'm doing for this is just literally dropping the lure, letting it sink all the way to the bottom. It is quite deep here. You can feel it bouncing off things down there. You can feel the line through the weeds. There we go. Ah, missed him. Oh, he's back. Come on. Drop it it back down. Definitely a few wrasse around here. Well, that boat coming in there, I'm pretty sure, is customs. Seen that boat patrolling around Sark the other week. Looks like a navy ship, but I'm pretty sure it's some form of customs, whether it's local or it's heading into this bay. But I don't want to be getting in their way. Well, that customs boat's disappeared again. Came into the bay, turned around and left. Just keeping an eye out, I suppose, making sure there's no suspicious activity going on. Yes, there we go, we're on. Little one again. Oh, a nice coloured one. Lovely gold and brown. Come here. Nice, pretty one that. Lovely little, only a miniature. Whoa. Oh, a lovely looking wrasse. He's going to come off that hook any minute. Right at the bottom. What a little wrasse there. Absolutely chewed my lure. I was a bit more patient with that one. Felt the initial hit and then just let it take it. Set the hook once it's once you can feel it's really connected. I might just stay in this little area here for now. So with it being only sort of the start of summer, I do plan on being out on the kayak quite a bit. Like I said, I'm totally new to all this, so yeah, it's all just trial and error to start with. Good to come out and target things like wrasse, get a few fish on board. Like I said, I'm not really feeling the bass today. I mean, could be lucky and find a few, but with it being so calm like this, I'm not really feeling it. So at least it gives me just a couple hours to come out, knock the dust off. And yeah, there'll be plenty of bass fishing throughout the summer. Well, I just thought before I head in, stick a surface lure on, see if we can find a little schoolie bass around the boats. Well, it's been a fun couple of hours. Took a while to find any fish, but that little patch of reef turned out pretty good in the end. Well, made it back in one piece. So that's going to be it for this video. It's just a quick one today. First trip of the year out on the kayak, but at least it was good to hook into a couple of wrasse. Thanks very much to Gavin for the recommendation on the little patch of reef. That really helped me out because there really wasn't a lot else going on. Now I'll be out again over the next couple of days probably. I've got a week off, so hoping to get the kayak out. Hopefully some bass show up soon so we can go out and do some bass fishing. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.